So there we have it. That is 8 out of 10 FIFA World Cup qualifying match days in the bag, ticked off. Well, I mean, unless you're Eritrea, in which case you've not really got started. Anyway, forget about them. We have got 2 games to go, but I think we've got a really clear picture now as to which 9 teams from Africa are going to go to the World Cup. Maybe 10. And I think the 10th team, the playoff team, is going to be the most exciting element out of the rest of this qualifying campaign. The race for the second place spots is going to be unbelievable. But let's take a look at the groups and who we expect to qualify. So, let's start off with Morocco. They were the first team to qualify in that really weird 5-team group. It was a 4-team group at one point, but Morocco have won every game, 7 out of 7. They beat Zambia a couple of days ago as well. They've only conceded 2 goals in 7 games, and they've got to be winning the AFCON later this year. It'd be a travesty if they don't. So they are qualified. The race for second in that group is a mess because they play less games than everyone else. And I think now we're at the point where even if one team finished second there and they took 3 points away from the teams in the other groups who came second, a Group E second place team will still not happen. Congo, Eritrea are out. Zambia, Niger and Tanzania have been terrible. They have stunk the place out. They have been absolutely terrible. So I cannot see any team from Group E getting a second place spot. I mean, they've been absolutely shocking, if I'm being totally honest with you. So that's the current situation in Group E. Morocco have qualified for the World Cup. We can say the same about the Tunisians, who haven't conceded a goal. They've gone one better. 8 played, none conceded, 22 points. Tunisia in the FIFA World Cup for the 3rd time in a row with a couple of new players. Amazing how 2-3 new players change the whole dynamic. They look strong. 22 points from 24, unbeaten, haven't conceded. The question over Tunisia has always been the goals, but they got plenty of them in this international break. And a late goal against Equatorial Guinea, pretty much the last kick in Malabo to seal their spot once again. But Equatorial Guinea in 5th. I know they had -6. That's really a sight for sore eyes. Namibia, Liberia and Malawi and Equatorial Guinea can still get second place. You'd make Namibia strong favourites because they have got that 4-point gap, but of course they have got 2 away games left to go. So again, very difficult to see a second place team coming out of the Group H. So that's confirmed. Morocco and Tunisia are going to FIFA World Cup 2026. There are 7 automatic spots left, which we're going to run through now. And I think we've got a really clear idea as to who those teams are going to be. Group A, Egypt drew 0-0 away to Burkina Faso. They've got a 5-point lead over Burkina Faso. They are going to be absolutely fine. Egypt will qualify. They've still got Djibouti away to play. And that game's probably going to happen in Cairo, even though it's an away game. So Egypt will qualify. Burkina Faso, Sierra Leone and Guinea-Bissau will battle it out for second. Burkina Faso are looking good, but they could have done with... Well, Sierra Leone could have done with Burkina Faso losing to Egypt. So I think Burkina Faso will keep hold of the second spot. They've got Ethiopia to play and that bit of a second place shootout against Sierra Leone. But I wouldn't rule out Sierra Leone just yet. They could get to 18 points. Will 18 points be enough for a second place berth? Only time will tell, but Egypt will come out of that one. Group B, the drama, the cinematic drama, football heritage. Sudan have gone off the boil. They came into this match day in September unbeaten. They lost 2 games. You can understand losing to Senegal, but losing to Togo, that is ruled out Sudan for me. Yes, Sudan could still get second, but I cannot see that happening. And Sudan have to play against DR Congo away in Kinshasa. Whatever you make of that, Sudan aren't winning there. I'm ruling them out, I'm afraid. Senegal stay 24 unbeaten, 2-0 down, beat Congo 3-2. Senegal going to first. Senegal lead DR Congo by 2 points, and Senegal have it in their hands. They've got Mauritania and South Sudan. They're not going to throw that away. Congo are the ones that once again still found a way to throw it away. So Congo, I think, on 16 points as of now, will get a second place spot, will go to the playoffs. They've got every chance of winning those playoffs, and Senegal are going to win Group B, I believe, and book their ticket. Group C, South Africa on the pitch have blitzed it. They've taken everyone apart. Nigeria have been a huge disgrace. They're level on points with Rwanda, and they beat Rwanda twice, and they've still got the same points as them, 11. Bit of a mess there. Lesotho, not making it. Zimbabwe, not making it. Benin, Dark horses, 14 points in second, but they've still got to play Nigeria away. And Benin trying some dirty tactics, once again pushing for that 3-point deduction to South Africa. On the pitch, they're only 3 points away from South Africa. They are running South Africa and Benin with each other until the finish line. So are Benin going to get a second place spot? I mean, look at Nigeria. Nigeria can get 17 points at the very maximum. Even if Nigeria got 17 points and came second, I don't think it's going to be enough. I think Nigeria are not going to the World Cup. What a travesty that is. No Aussie men at the World Cup. That is shocking. I don't think Benin will get a second place spot. I think South Africa win Group C and we'll see them next summer. Group D. After we had to endure Andre Onana and Cameroon and all this, and Bakary Gassama and Bleeder beating Algeria for Qatar 2022, Cameroon can't get to a 19 qualifying World Cup. Cape Verde beat Cameroon, Livramento's goal. Onana was fuming, 4 points ahead now Cape Verde of Cameroon, and Cape Verde still have to play Eswatini, which they'll win. So, Cape Verde are doing it. Cape Verde, no AFCON, no problem. Cape Verde will go to the World Cup. They will beat Eswatini and they will make it. Cameroon need as many Bakary Gassamas as they can find over the next few weeks. But the best for Cameroon is a second place spot. And I think Cameroon will get a second place spot, more than good enough, and plenty of points to play for. They can still finish on 21 points. And they're playing Mauritius in the next game. It's going to be quite some holiday for those boys. Group F will certainly have a second place team going through. Whether that's Gabon, whether that's Ivory Coast, it remains to be seen. They drew 0-0. Cote d'Ivoire, African champions, but they're not playing like them. 1-0 and 0-0. But to be fair, defensively, Cote d'Ivoire have still not conceded a goal. Ivory Coast on 20 points. Gabon have got 19 points and they're second. They've got the same points as Algeria and they're in second spot. Gabon and Ivory Coast. I think Cote d'Ivoire will get over the line and Gabon will almost certainly, in fact definitely, I think, get a playoff spot. So I've said Gabon get a playoff spot. I've said Congo get a playoff spot. And I've said Cameroon get a playoff spot. The fourth and final one I think will be much harder to call. Burkina Faso could get it. But what about in Algeria's group? You've got Algeria 4 points clear. We will be on the plane to the World Cup next summer if we beat Somalia. And even that game could be in Tizi Ouzou, in Baraki, even though we're the away team. Algeria just need to beat Somalia, whether it's 1-0, whether it's 100-0. It doesn't matter. 3 points, doesn't matter what anyone else does. Takes us to the tournament. Uganda and Mozambique, 15 points each, can still finish on 21. Uganda have got to come to Algeria though. Will Algeria play the kids when they play Uganda, because we'll be already qualified? We'll wait and see. Uganda will be hoping that. But Mozambique, with their fixtures, they've got Guinea and they've got Somalia themselves. Mozambique might get second. They could get second. But I just think Mozambique and Uganda have taken so many points off each other throughout this group. They've kind of cancelled each other out. It's going to be tight. We could see Uganda or Mozambique get second. For Guinea now, it looks very difficult. I know they beat Somalia, but they drew to Algeria. They had to beat us. That's why it was such a tough game. And they failed to do so. And then, Ghana's group, they lead 3 points against Madagascar. They beat Uncle Tom's Mali, who seemed to want the Ghana job after losing to them. He kind of seemed like it was a bit weird. Mali lose 1-0 to Ghana. Instead of him coming out and saying, I feel terrible, I feel gutted, he said, great to see Ghana at the World Cup. Can I manage them next summer? Very, very interesting circumstances there. But Madagascar and Comoros could get a second place berth as well. I'm not sure. We'll have to wait and see. Comoros bounced back from losing 3-0 against Mali, but Ghana play Comoros and Comoros play Madagascar. Comoros, Madagascar, someone's got to win that game if they want second place. If they draw the game, they're probably going to ruin it for each other. But I think Ghana, with 3 points now ahead, it's just their noisy rivalry with Comoros. Can Comoros spoil the party again? Surely Ghana won't lose it to Comoros again. Ghana, of course, the next fixture is against the Central African Republic, which I'm sure they'll win. So they'll have at least a 3-point lead. But they didn't win in Chad, so who knows? So the second place table right now is interesting reading. If it stopped right now, it would be Gabon, Madagascar, Congo and Burkina Faso that would qualify. Cameroon, Namibia, Uganda, Benin and Tanzania would miss out. Likes of Nigeria and Guinea would also miss out. That second place table is going to be very exciting indeed. We shall reconvene in October for match days 9 and match days 10. And then we're also going to reconvene again After that, for the intercontinental playoffs, for whoever makes it, who's going to be playing each other. There's going to be 2 semi-finals between these 4 runners-up, a final, and then a game in Qatar against maybe a team from another continent. We shall wait and see. But to give my picks of who qualifies, it seems quite straightforward in terms of group winners, but the race is very much on to get a place in second. I'll see you next time.